Dale, change too. This one of them some guys. But you might get a statement.
Yeah? Get to that.
Hi guys. So earlier today, Pani Masimula, who is the National Commissioner Yamapoisa, was on TV saying that the police in South Africa no longer have the capacity to manage the crimes that are happening in South Africa, and it's mostly because people from Africa all are coming down south to South Africa. Therefore, it's causing a burden on the police because Amapoisa no longer have the capacity to keep up with Igebeng, National Police Commissioner. So, the Finance Minister says a few days back that the country can no longer afford to survive because we are financing people from outside of Africa. Health Minister also said that our resources are stretched because we are taking care of people from all over Africa. Right? Ngifuna ning understand. Then yesterday, the Home Affairs Minister grants them an extension kuma-ZDPs, knowing that the Finance Minister has already said that we can no longer take care of these people from all over Africa. Police Minister today confirms it. Now you guys are telling me that we have a government that is so clueless that different states can say one and the same thing, or different departments can say the same thing. We can't afford to have illegal immigrants. In fact, we can't afford to have even foreigners in this country anymore, regardless of what status. We can't have working visas because even in employment, there's a problem with illegal immigrants. And then there's a section of government that wants to further endorse lento yama illegal immigrants, or immigrants for that matter. It leaves you wondering, Guti, what is going on? Does government have a plan? I ask myself this. Do you think our government has a plan on how they are going to sort this thing out? Because I'm telling you now, government is not going to sort out Lentema illegal immigrants. It is us as South Africans that have to sort it out. We are the ones that have to make it uncomfortable for illegal immigrants to not have places to rent, to not have places where they can work, to not have places where they go to school, to not have places where they are running tuck shops or businesses, because we are not going to be supporting them. I'm calling on all South Africans, South Africans, ngiyazi ukuthi manje sayicabanga lento ubone ngazi ukuthi wena ik-affect. Kodwa ngiyakuthembisa iyaku-affecta nawe. Uyabona ukuthi ngalesikhathi wena uyitshela ukuthi uthatha imali ye-rent from umuntu illegal immigrants. Angazi futhi bangaka bathi bayarentisa labantu. And umuntu ebuye kuthina sezosikhalela ethi umuntu semkhipha emzini wakhe usethathe over, or abantu utheseshonile ingane zakhe ayisakwazi ukuthatha over indlu yakhe ngoba lo muntu sewuclaim umuzi umuzi wakhe, and then mase nizokhalela thina. Kodwa siyanikhuza sithi musani ukuqashisa izindlu zenu kulabantu bokufike ningabazi ukuthi bawoba, ngoba one day bazodalela wena inkinga. Abama-tuck shop angazi ke bangaki sibasiza sebefuna bephume ey'ndaweni zabo, abasafuni ngoba basebenza with abantu ama-mafia abo abaprotectayo abavikelayo. Uthi usufuna ukubakhipha, they start threatening you, they start wanting to kill you because abafuni ukusuka kwi-property yakho. So ngiyanicela South Africans, this thing is not going to be sorted by government. Idinga thina ukuthi silungise. Government is clueless. I promise you. If you were to ask them today what their plan is for getting rid of illegal immigrants, they'll tell you, oh, we got rid of 50,000 when we are sitting at a number of estimated 20 million. 20 million people are walking around. That's just a rough estimate. Obviously, we've got no way of knowing. These people one day. And when that day comes, we will have no voice. They will silence us. They will take over our homes. They will come in one by one and raid every single one because they're organized. They are organized. They have meetings. They have groups. They have everything. Dance or groove. Drugs la basunkonka wona futhi ukwenza show ukuthi mase sezidlila ama drugs la abantu bethu abacabangi anything but ukuthatha their next fix and the next fix. We have a problem, guys, and I'm begging all of you ukuthi ngishabe ukuthi uyabenefita and awuyiboni isidingo salento esenzayo. Ngicela ukuthi uhlale phansi and usihluphe about learning about ama effects of illegal immigration. 5 years from now, South Africa will be ngekho the way that you think ikhona manje. They are coming in numbers, recruiting their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, their entire families to come here. And don't think what's coming here is because they want to come here and live with South Africans. They want to get rid of you in your own country and take over. And I'm saying this as some of you might think ukuthi usahlanya lo. Vele kuba njalo mangabe ukhuluma ngento eqiniso ubuya ngathi uyahlanya. Ubuya ngathi awusile ekhanda lakho. But I'm telling you, so kusasa sisenkantolo. Tomorrow, fighting the Human Rights Commission. The Human Rights Commission of South Africa. So besibelwa nabo. Ngiyacela nibe khona. Durban High Court, so best connecting from 9 o'clock. Please bring something to drink. Sizobe senza show ukuthi siyayigcoba. Sikhathele thina uhulumeni wethu ongasilaleli. And manje babo patina instead of fixing the problem that is illegal immigrants. Guys, we need to wake up. Asekho isikhathi sokudlala manje. Asekho ukudansa nogroove nani isikhathi salokho asekho. Ngoba if those people come and take over this country today, nyobe niphethe ama militants from all over the world engawazi.
You know, if I was a Zimbabwean, I would worry about the constitution that Mnangagwa is amending so that he can stay longer in power. That is what I would be worried about, rather than Sandile Dabula of Operation Dudula did not know the term front line. States referred to states that were in the front line for Amakomorate during apartheid. As a matter of fact, Zimbabwe was never a frontline state. Ninga kulumia manga nina. Because Mugabe, when he was interviewed, President Mugabe mentioned it clearly. He said that no, we are not going to house and help the struggle of South Africans. That is for South Africans to fight. We can help in diplomatic terms. Ninga kulumia manga. Even Ubab Chris Hani alludes to that fact in one of his interviews before he was assassinated. So if I was a Zimbabwean, I would be worried that there is a president called Ndambuso Mnangagwa who is intending to amend the constitution so that he can stay longer in power. That's your struggle. Not a white president, but a black one. That's your struggle. That's what you should be concerned about. 1 million much Zimbabweans to go and fight against the oppression of ZANU-PF. That's your struggle. That's what you should be worried about. If I were a Zimbabwean, that is what I would be worried about. You are focused on the wrong things. Your country is laws are being changed in your country right there. Your people are being caught with stealing AMA medication. An accident right now has exposed that. Medication that is meant for South Africans, our poor South Africans, unemployed South Africans, taxpayer-funded medication in our clinics and hospitals, public clinics, was discovered through an accident by chance. And it's not the only incident. It has been happening near Choncha, Nina near Choncha. And you're going to make noise about Ninanabo Rutendo. You're going to make a noise. Rutendo, Majinya Rara. You're going to make... Your people are stealing medication. And you're going to make noise about frontline states. Frontline states say food. Sangilo Pumala. Probably she's 10 years younger than me. At least. She's standing up for her country, for her homeland. Her struggle resonates with South Africans. And by the way, Malema gets a bit there. Malema, when you don't know price, you look brown, you look white, you don't know what is the price of a braid. You were asked that question when you were campaigning and attending AMA interviews when you were in Cape Town. One interviewer asked you that since you are fighting for the poor and you claim to be your struggle is for the poor, what is the price of braid, white braid? You didn't know. Yet you claim to be fighting for the necessities of the poor, but you don't know what the poor consume, how expensive are the necessities of the poor, one of them being bread. That interviewer said to you, the reason why I'm asking is because you can't not claim to be fighting for the poor, and yet you do not know what they're consuming, what are their struggles. You can't. They ask you what's the price of bread. When you stay in a glass house, don't throw stones. Stay get a bit in. He gets a bit in man. We are being subjected to rubbish. No, we are being subjected to rubbish. Foreigners are going to be your future employers. But what through crocodiles, the future employers of South Africans. You will never see that. A young girl from Soweto stood up and she's standing with the organization Operation Tutula. She's definitely in the front lines of your lips and tongues. She's definitely in the front lines of the tongues of Helen Zillem, of the tongues of South African human rights. She's in the front line. She might not have known what frontline state refers to, but definitely she is in the front line of your tongues. And you once said that MK is your number one enemy. I doubt it. That's a lie. That's a lie. Operation Tutula gives you sleepless nights. They are in the front line of your sleepless nights. They are in the front line of your strategy to how to bring them down. Because they are standing against your constituents. Aban Bokfig. Definitely she's in the front line. Usandile Dabula ne Operation Tutula yak. Na Bantu Bakem, na South African. She's definitely in the front line of mainstream media, of international news. When it comes to immigration in this country, she's in the front line. She's the leading voice. Her organization is leading that movement. Look where it gets a bit